Boogaloo Carbon Barker, Zach, Corey, Taylor from Murderers Row. I promise you, the greatest fans in the world. I had to invite them on because they add so much flavor to every RSW show they attend. Welcome, fellas. I'm glad to have you. How we feeling this evening?
Oh, not too bad. Feeling pretty good. Thanks for having us on.
Hell yeah. I see, Corey's riding around in Preston County somewhere. Zach's warm and safe, as you can see. I'm Spooky Lou. It's a hot time to be an RSW fan. These guys jazz up any show, bringing signs, getting loud. I want to tell you right out the gate, you remind me when me and my crew would go, when me, Billy Knox, Chris Carrero would go to shows. We'd raise hell, we'd be a part of the show, we'd make the show fun for others, and that's what you guys do. You guys start raising hell, and these other folks are like, oh, that's how it works. So they raise hell. Major props to you guys. You guys deserve your flowers. Thank you for coming out and being crazy, being wild, men. Keep coming out. Tell me about your first RSW show.
Well, my first one was, I think it was in May, at the Lowdown show in Mannington.
Okay.
And it was, the match really I went for was Brother Duzan versus Billy Knox. But Brother Duzan wasn't Brother Duzan yet. He was still Danger Cat.
Yeah, Danger Cat. How did you hear about the show?
Through actually Brother Duzan, because I met him at work, I would say right about this time last year.
Okay.
And we just kind of started hitting it off and talking, and come to find out he's a pro wrestler in the indie scene. There was one around here, and I'm like, hey, I used to watch that. Like, I used to be a big WWE kid, but then I hit right about high school hit, and then I got busy with all the extra stuff that I was doing. Never really had a shot to watch it.
Happens to everyone.
Oh yeah, but we started talking about wrestling and like how it was when I used to watch it compared to now.
Mm-hmm.
And then he mentioned a show about May of last year, and he was like, yeah, I'm wrestling this show out there. And I was like, oh, cool. Maybe if I get a chance, I'll come out and support you. That's really how it all started with me getting into RSW. And then it just, ever since, I've been all about it. I've been trying to get them every show I can. I try to get it in. And if I can't get it in person, I try to, which I'm really thankful for you, because you got them coming on the channel. You got them on the RSW channel.
Hell yeah.
Doing your work. And then I started recruiting a couple of my buddies show up. And then I think the next show we went to after that, it was the last Fairmont State show where Billy and Phineas went with Saturday Night Special.
Okay. And that was, I'm glad you guys, that was a once-in-a-lifetime match. You were in the building. Amazing.
Wow.
What about you, Corey? What was your introduction to RSW and your first show, the whole deal?
Krampus Mania was the first one me and Taylor went to, because we had to work on the day of the last one, so we couldn't go out and support Brother Duzan. But then we went to Krampus Mania, just seeing the way they react to, the way they show their fans the support and thank you, everything they do.
Yeah.
That's what I love about wrestling. Like Zach, I grew up watching WWE and all that, but
right when it was getting good.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
Right when it's getting good. Oh, man.
For Brother Duzan, right?
Well,
You guys got me? Or
now we got you.
Oh, there he is.
You were saying, sir.
But like Zach, WWE, I grew up watching. I watched it with my grandpa. I went to a wrestling show. But Brother Duzan showed me it's more than what they show on TV.
Yeah.
The way him and Billy show their fans the support, that's what I love about it. I'm sure that's what the way Taylor loves about it. Just watching them two being best friends, wrestling side by side.
Yeah.
I think they lost
That
again.
is me.
That's cool because it means a lot to them too. You guys mean just as much to not just Billy and Dudes and the whole crew. Without you guys, this ain't possible. And
And
that's
I didn't mean to cut you
no.
off.
Go ahead. Go ahead.
Well, I'm thankful for the rest of the guys too. They just make it. They go out there, they put their bodies on the line, they make banger after banger,
Yep.
and it's just so entertaining for the fans to watch. It really sparked my interest back into the whole wrestling scene. And honestly, now I think I prefer, because I've been to a couple WWE shows, pay per views, but I think I prefer the indie scene a whole lot more than I do the big time.
Hell
You know,
yeah. I agree
it's a lot more.
110%.
It's a lot more fan based interaction type
Yep.
deal.
It's right up there, close and personal. You can yell at
Oh,
them.
yeah.
You can talk to them after show, get your autograph, get your selfie. And
Yeah,
like I
that's
say,
what
and
feels a
Tim's
lot
bragged
more
for years.
personal.
What's that?
I said it feels a lot more personal, you know?
It's an experience. That's what I was going to say. He's bragged for years. He wants to give folks an experience, and that's what happens. You're full
Right.
screen now, baby. You're a superstar. Look at you.
Center of the
Solo Zach
show.
Collins. So you checked out Danger Cat and Billy Knox, early Billy Knox match.
Yeah.
What kind of gripped you and said, I like this shit?
Honestly, I fell in love with the interaction. Like, they came out, like Billy, he does his thing before the shows where he's out walking around in the crowd, like kind of getting a feel for the place. And that just mind boggled me. I'm like, wait, isn't he part of the talent? Like, are they supposed to be out here doing this? You know what I mean?
Right.
Like, that just mind boggled me, and I fell in love with it.
I get it. Back in the day, ECW, their shows, you'd walk in, there'd be New Jack at one table, Shane Douglas, maybe not Sabu or RVD, but you had 4 or 5 guys just sitting around. You could go bullshit with them. That's what I love about ECW, and that's what RSW does. And it's not just the good guys. You have Brotherly Love coming out of Fairmont State messing with people, getting their heat.
Yeah.
So, oh yeah, it's a good time. We're glad to have you. Like I say, you guys raise hell. You make moments. At that first show you went to, who else did you fall in love with?
Mount Kilpis, before they did their
right
whole
before they
split.
broke up, huh?
Yeah, right before. They came out acting like these goofy guys, and I was like, these guys are hilarious. I love it.
Yeah. No doubt. Oh, man,
great.
both of them superstars.
Oh, big time.
And you caught them right when they're breaking up.
Yeah, sadly. Like, I went back and tried to watch a couple of their matches, like, beforehand, but there wasn't a whole lot that I could really find. But I do enjoy watching them, like, in their solos competitions. Because,
and
like, even if they ain't together, they still put on one hell of a show.
Well, I promise you, within the next couple weeks, I'll dig you up some old Mount Kilpis matches. We'll post them on one channel or another because you're oh yeah, there's some great stuff to be found. These guys have had cage matches, death matches. So
I've seen a couple clips of the one where they were in VC Dub. They were with Saturday Night Special, and where they killed the possum.
They've had quite the feud there. They've had
that's
quite
what I've
matches.
heard.
So after the Mannington show, sounds like you were impressed with that. What was the next show you went to?
The most recent Fairmont State show.
Okay.
Which was, I think that was, if I remember correctly, that was one of the times that you first started coming into RS Dub, wasn't it?
It was probably, I think my 3rd show, yeah.
That's what I thought. I remember hearing you and Billy mention that on one of your podcasts.
Oh, there you go. Yep. And that was, how could you not be a fan after that show? What?
Oh, right. That was a phenomenal show.
If you had to pick a favorite match, okay, so the main event, like, yeah. But besides that, if you had to pick a favorite match that night?
Honestly, I would have to say Brother Duzan in the Fatal 4-Way just because that lawn dart was wild. I was not expecting that one.
Me
to
either.
be pulled
I
out.
felt it in my feet. I wasn't even near him, and I felt it in my feet.
Yeah, we were on the opposite side of the ring.
Yeah.
And it was just, I thought, ooh, that was a rough one for him.
And then we was just talking about it on the prior podcast. Then Gannon slams him on the ring apron, and then he continues the match like, well, I'm Brother Duzan, motherfuckers.
Right? That's what I'm saying. Dude, he is a fucking animal. Like,
Oh.
he can take a hit and just keep going.
Yeah. And keep going. And when he keeps going, there's some energy and there's some shit going on when he's going.
Oh, yeah. I'd like to get in. I'd like to see the wheels turning in his head sometimes when he gets into those modes where he just takes it and takes it and takes it, and then he's still with that high energy flying like he does.
This past weekend, he had a crazy good match with Mad Dog Zach Myers. That'll be on a future episode of RSW TV. I'll wait till you see.
Oh, I'm ready for it.
Duzan. And, hey, speaking of which, I might as well put it out there. Tomorrow, episode 1 of RSW TV's dropping. I hope you're looking forward to that.
I've seen that. I'm looking really forward to that one.
Well, I'll tell you what.
I can't wait for that.
As a fan, what would you like to see on RSW TV? If you could, what would you kind of like to see in a wrestling product right now?
I'd like to see some more of those banger matches, honestly.
We got those.
Like just some crazy off-the-wall ideas that, like, how the mainstream don't really put off those crazy off-the-wall ideas anymore.
Mm-hmm.
We kind of got into the PG era type deal.
Yep.
Like, I would like to see RSW, for example, to go back to those wild matches, the Crimson Faces, everything like that.
I got you. Yep. And like you said, Alf, that's what I love about the indies, man.
Right.
Whatever you want to do it,
And they ain't afraid to show out doing it either.
Well, I promise you, even on episode 1, you're going to see a fight spill into a street. You're going to see right there on the sidewalk it's going down. Just episode 1. Episode 2, I'll go ahead, since I like you, I'm going to break it right now. Episode 2, we'll have Brother Duzan, Billy Knox against the Unappreciated. Nobody knows that but me and you at the moment. So there you go.
Deal.
And Tim Cross, of course.
Get a little inside info.
There you go. You got the inside hookup. If you're watching the podcast, you got the hookup. And that match, wait till you see Brother Duzan. I think you've seen the clip of what Duzan did in that match.
Yeah, I've seen that clip.
Okay.
That was wild.
And that's just one of many wild things in that match. Believe me. Billy Knox, craziest hot tag I've seen ever.
Really?
Yeah. He got his hands on Zeke. It gets nasty. It gets physical. So, something to look forward to. What do you think about Zeke Mercer?
I used to be a fan, but ever since Krampus Mania, I can't stand that little motherfucker.
Used to be a fan, though, huh?
Yeah, a little bit. I was like, this is kind of little guy out there hitting with them big dudes, and he's the champ, so.
Right. And held it forever. And you said,
right.
And there you go, Zeke. You hear that? Somebody was a fan. He says nobody appreciated him. Everybody I talked to loves Zeke Mercer.
Exactly. That's what I've thought. Like, all the murder group, like, I've talked to them about it, about how they felt what happened, and they were like, why? Why did he do that?
Yeah.
Like, we thought people loved him.
There you go. There you go.
I mean, shit. That was a huge letdown, Zeke.
Turned his back on all of you. I appreciate the input on that. What about the crew he's running with, the Unappreciated? What'd you think about these guys?
Not a big fan of those guys.
No, why not?
I mean, I like getting them wound tight, though. That's fun. It's just, I haven't really seen a whole lot. I've seen a couple of their matches, but that's about it. I saw Trevor Gage at Fairmont State in the singles comp.
Mm-hmm.
And I haven't seen much of the other guy,
Logan
Taylor. Yeah, I haven't seen a whole lot of him.
Well, they're tag team champions now. I bet if you come to a show, they're going to be there because they're going to be tag team champions, and they're going to be running their mouth. We got a crazy we got some stuff coming up with them. You'll see on RSW TV. Logan Taylor's held some titles in the southern part of the state. They call him Little Stiffsky because he'll forearm you right in the face. So yeah, you'll be seeing more of those guys. I promise you that.
I mean, I look forward to it as long as they go out there and can defend their titles. Like, if they can back up all the shit they talk, then, I mean, more power to them.
That's the thing. I think they're going to, because those dudes are good. So that's what sucks about it. I think they're going to back it up. What about, you said you watched Krampus Mania. What are we thinking about Remy LeVay's future as internet champion?
Honestly, I'd like to see him cash it in on Zeke. I really would.
I think that's what we want. That's what needs to happen.
It really is. I mean, I would either say Remy or I'd like to see Billy or maybe Gannon go after him.
Hell yeah. Well, those are you pretty much naming all the top contenders at the moment. Who would you like? Now, obviously, you're probably going to say Billy. Would you like to see Remy beat him, though? If let's say Billy's not an option right now. Remy, one-on-one, he cashes in. Next show, it's happening. Would you like to see Remy beat him for the belt? Do you think he can?
Oh, yeah. I think Remy can. I watched him down there at the VCW pay-per-view, the last one they had.
Okay.
The VCW title.
Mm-hmm.
I watched that one, and I mean, I haven't really seen much of Remy because he hasn't been really to any of the shows that I've been to except Krampus Mania.
Yeah.
But from what I've seen off of that and at Krampus Mania, that dude can wrestle.
For sure. And he's been doing it for years. And like you said, first VCW champion.
Right. I mean, and he don't look like a slouch. He ain't look like a slouch.
And the dude plays in a hell of a rock band, too. I don't know. His entrance music, that's his music.
Oh, shit. I didn't know that.
Yeah. Yep. We'll have to get you some the Pain Clinic's the name of the new EP, and pretty heavy shit. Hell of a musician too. For sure. Are you missing Marcus Twist yet?
Yeah, I miss him and DD.
Yeah. What do you think about DD's future? He's kind of in the shitter right now.
I mean, I kind of have a little bit of hopes for him. Like, I feel like I'd like to see him join another faction.
Yeah. What's the perfect year for DD Vice? What would you like to see DD Vice do this year?
Well, I'd like to see DD personally. I think he'd hit it off great with the Murder.
Yeah.
Like, I really do. Cause he's got that talent. He fits right in with them. Like, he's got that off the wall, don't give a fuck attitude either, really.
And there's some mutual respect there from past battles.
Oh yeah. Like, they got to have respect for each other. I mean, there's no doubt the way they've feuded. I'd like to see DD join the Murder and then say Billy cashes in on Zeke.
Mm-hmm.
I'd like to see either DD and Brother Duzan go for the tag titles or maybe even Phineas if he decides to reappear.
What do you think happened to that guy?
Good question.
Nobody knows.
No idea.
What's your theory? Like, what could have happened? What does a fan think of this situation? All of a sudden, he's just gone.
Well, I mean, maybe afterwards, like after winning the titles, he was like, man, this is attracting a lot of attention. I don't really want that attention right now, so I think I'm just going to disappear. He like my brother over here, he just chimed in. He said, maybe he just wanted to finish out his career on top and he was done with it, you know?
That I've said that line myself. Very good point. You know, no better place to go out as champ. So both of them make really good points on that.
I mean, you know what they say, die on top or live long enough to fall.
And Phineas is a very smart dude, so whatever he did, it's calculating. He knows what he's doing. He didn't just get lost somewhere.
Yeah. It seems to be for a good reason if he's stayed away for this long.
Yeah, it's been a minute. Phineas, where are you? Jeez, oh whiz. But Billy Knox doing just fine. Just fine. Has Evelyn Sage impressed you? What do you think about Evelyn Sage?
She has. I ain't really been a big fan of female competition, really. I never really intrigued me.
I got you.
But I will say, the mama of the Murder.
Yeah.
I'm a fan.
And that's a good point. She got Female Wrestler of the Year. Duzan gets Moment of the Year. On the
Yeah.
Roni Awards, he gets the fan favorite vote. Billy Knox gets Wrestler of the Year. Tag Team of the Year still hasn't been announced, but chances are. So what do you think about the Murder just straight up sweeping the awards this year?
RSW's turning into a murder house.
Yeah.
I have a feeling 2023 they're going to run the show.
Because at the end of 2022, they definitely were on the verge of
They
doing
were.
that.
Oh, yeah. They were white hot.
Yeah,
I'm a fan.
for sure. And like I say, that's you guys with those reactions, the awesome crowd shots we get adds to the show and everything. It's awesome. So can't thank you guys enough for, like I say, coming out and just having fun.
Oh, yeah. For sure.
That's like I say, it reminds me of me and my crew when we just go out there, interact. Back in the day, like I wanted to, like, I would like the bad guys, but I wouldn't cheer for them because you're not supposed to cheer for them. You boo them. They're bad guys. So just because I'm booing you and cussing you, I really like you, so.
Right. Well, funny story about that. We kind of stayed and hung around after the Fairmont State match.
Okay.
I got a chance to talk with DD Vice a little bit, and he was talking about us. And he was like, I mean, we were supposed to be the faces of that match, but you guys showed out for the murder. Like, so, I mean, what can we really do other than tell you to go fuck yourselves?
Right.
I mean, it definitely, I feel like that a little bit kind of contributed to the murder win that night, honestly.
Oh, for sure. You guys definitely put that energy out there for them.
Kind of threw them off their groove a little bit.
It definitely, I promise you, it threw Saturday Night Special off their game. I promise you that, because those guys are loved and adored everywhere they go. And you got, I mean, the Murder pulled out, but you guys had a big factor in that match. You threw them off their game, if anything. So props on that.
I mean, they're entertaining to watch, but I gotta stick with my people.
I got you. But otherwise, if they're not feuding with the Murder, you say you are a Saturday Night Special fan, huh?
Yeah, I could rock with Saturday Night Special.
Okay.
If they ain't the Murder, I could rock with them.
Fair enough. I appreciate that. Any other tag teams in RSW you're liking right now?
Well, Mount Kilpus is kind of out the window.
Yeah, sorry about that.
We touched on that one a little bit, but honestly, not really. The Murder and Saturday Night Special, but that ain't no more. So kind of the Murder's top dog now.
Yeah, and that's if they decide to stick together and because Billy says he don't want those tag titles.
Yeah, Billy don't want those.
Yeah, so you might not have them as an option. Have you saw much of the Violent Party?
I've seen a little bit of them. I saw that was who I saw Trevor Gage in singles competition with.
Was that Vance Desmond?
Yep.
Vance Desmond's been going for 20 years. He's got a match coming up with Jason Kincaid, and that's like a match of West Virginia legends if there ever was one. It's this Friday. If you're in the area, Mega Pro Wrestling, that's going to be an awesome match. I used to watch Vance when I was 20 years old at shows, and he's still going on that level today. It's insane.
That's crazy how long some people can go for.
Mm-hmm.
But he definitely did catch my eye. That's the first I've seen of him. But he caught my attention.
He's a veteran. You can tell when he comes out, he's got the aura about him. He's a pro wrestler, by God. So,
he seems to conduct himself in a real professional way in the ring too, from what I've seen of him. Like he came out and he got the crowd up, but he didn't let that factor into his wrestling at all, really.
For sure. You saw Huff Manley in that 4-way too. Did you like Huff Manley?
Huff Manley was a pretty cool dude.
Yeah. Yeah,
I saw him at Krampus Mania.
Awesome match there too with Aaron West.
Him and Aaron West did put on a great match.
Yeah.
That was a pretty good match.
What'd you think, Aaron West?
Aaron West, I like him because, I mean, we were getting a little rowdy over there, and we started the "Who are you?" chant because
you did.
Him before he looked at us, he was like, "Hi, I'm Aaron." I like this guy.
Yeah, good retort. Good retort.
Right?
Also, another guy from PWL showed up. Jeff Paul. What'd you make of this character?
I think he's a goon. I'm not the biggest Jeff Paul fan. I think he thinks he's worth a little more than he is.
Yeah, okay. Okay. Fair enough. I don't know if
I
you've
know
got
I'm out here sending shots, but
he has them coming. If anybody has them coming, he's a jerk
yeah,
ball and a half.
especially with those low blows. I watched him and Aaron West's match when that you put up on the channel. It was that low blow. I'm not a fan, but I mean he got it. He got his karma for that one.
Right? Yeah, he did. That's
He
true. That's
definitely
a
got
good.
his karma
Yeah,
for
I
that
never
one.
even thought of that. Thanks for pointing that out to me. Yeah, it just came right around on him, didn't it?
Yeah, came full circle.
We got more from that show coming up. More matches from them. More matches from RSW. It's a cool time to be an RSW fan. We're hooking up with a lot of other feds, so you're gonna see the better wrestlers from this fed coming over. The better wrestler from this fed. I don't know if you're familiar with MV Young, but he's got a group of students in Pittsburgh, and that's the venue we work up there in New Ken. That's his place.
Yeah.
So that's a good relationship to have. It's a good time to be a
doubt.
fan. Who would you like to see in RSW as far as like indie talent? We can't get WWE or AEW people. It's just they're contracted.
Yeah,
Who would you like to see that we could get?
I don't know. I'd like to see. Well, I mean, Aaron West has already been there.
He'll be back too.
One person that stuck out on that VC Dub pay-per-view to me was Benny Conley.
Oh yeah.
That was funny.
Yeah. Yeah, Benny is awesome. Benny has a huge bull rope match coming up. Benny is a former RSW champion.
Oh, damn. I didn't know he was in RSW.
He was years ago, and it could be again. You never know.
That'd be something I'd like to see. That'd be pretty cool.
I just watched him wrestle this weekend. He wrestled next night, actually won the PWL championship. He's collecting titles right now. He's killing it. But he had a match with Eric Steele up there that was awesome match.
I like Eric Steele.
Well, that's who he's fighting in the bull rope match too, coming up this week.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to catch that one.
I hope Mega Pro puts stuff out. I'll have to see if they have a YouTube channel. I'll send you a link if I find anything, because I definitely.
Oh, please do.
Yeah, they got a stacked card coming up.
I got the chance to see Eric Steele down there at Fairmont State too.
Okay. Yep. Shoot. Was it Jake? Did he fight Jake Ely? Who did he fight?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Old Thunder Chicken.
What do you think of Jake Ely?
He's pretty funny. He's pretty good. He's a good time to watch, honestly.
Yeah, he is. He is. He really is. That dude's a superstar.
I feel like he's starting to embrace the Thunder Chicken now.
I think so too. He's not hating it. He's a champion up in Ohio.
Oh, really?
Yeah, he's a pretty big deal in a few feds in Ohio. And VCW as well. We might as well shout them out again.
Yeah, we've been talking a little bit about VC Dub too.
Speaking of which, I don't know if you've heard. I'll give you some more inside information. Inside baseball. Beastman's coming to WrestleRoni next week.
Oh shit!
Yeah, that's how we do around here.
Something I'd like to see. I'd like to get the little inside scoop on Beastman.
Beastman, also a former RSW competitor. He's been in RSW. Dig through the YouTube, you might find some of his old matches.
I think I've seen a couple scrolling through trying to find some other ones.
Mm-hmm. Well,
but I'd like to I'd like to hear a little bit more about Beastman. I don't really know too much about him.
Okay, cool, because there's just the stuff I know is interesting. This dude's been everywhere. He's been another one been around for years. I used to watch him in Fairmont, and he was Bulldozer, and he's in a mask.
That does ring a bell. My dad works with a guy. Oh, I'm blanking on his name.
Mm-mm.
But he has a video on YouTube. He wrestled Bulldozer, which is
okay.
Man.
Okay.
Which I thought that was kind of cool because I mean I've heard Bulldozer before.
Mm-hmm.
Bullshitting with people about it. I've heard that name a couple times. but it's cool to kind of put 2 and 2 together and be like, oh shit, that's who that is now.
Yeah, there you go. Okay,
Right.
yeah. And he talks about those days and stuff. So I don't know if you saw his recent match with Zach Myers, the last VCW pay-per-view.
The dog collar match.
Yeah, what'd you think of that one?
That was a pretty good one. I didn't expect Zach Myers to put up that much of a fight as he did, though. Like he got it, but because I mean, Beastman's huge.
Yeah,
He's a big dude.
Well, that's a good point. We haven't talked about Zach Myers. What's our thought on Zach Myers after that match?
I definitely gained a lot more respect for him after that dog collar match with Beastman.
For sure.
Like, it took a lot of guts to get in there and get chained to a guy that size, you know? But from what I've seen of Zach Myers, he's pretty cool. I'm a fan.
Yeah.
I am, kind of. I mean, as long as he's not against the murder, we're good.
Well,
I know
that's a good
Billy
point.
had it for a little while.
Exactly. That's what I was going to say. I don't know if you've ever seen footage of the dog collar match he had with Billy Knox.
I've seen some of that.
Okay.
That's wild. That was at the first Fairmont State show, I think.
Yeah, it was. Yep. And hoping to get better footage of that up very soon, because the footage up now is just from my phone, but I have all the stuff they recorded now, so I can whip that bad boy up and get it out there. So be expecting that better footage of it.
Please do. I can't wait to see that one.
Cool. Well, we've discussed what you'd like to see in a TV product. What would you like to see from RSW as a fan? What would you like to see in RSW 2023? Just anything you can think of. Any changes that can be made? What don't you like? What needs to be changed? If you're in control, what's RSW look like?
Well, I'd like to see a little bit more on the show type deal.
Okay.
Like more frequently.
Okay. Well, I can assure you the TV show will be every Thursday. You have Spooky Lou's word. That's up to me. That's up to nobody but me. So you have my
Good
word.
deal.
Every Thursday at noon, you'll have a new episode of RSW.
Good deal.
So we got that covered. What else you want?
I'd like to see, like, for the champs, for example, I'd like to see them go out and defend their title a lot more.
Okay.
Because at that Mannington show, I don't recall who Zeke Mercer wrestled, but he came out at the start and was like, there's an open challenge. Anybody that wants to come out can come out.
Okay.
I'd like to see a couple open challenges.
I got you. Okay.
I just feel like that, like if you're going to be the champ, I feel like some of that just makes the champ, you know?
Well, I wouldn't be expecting it from Zeke Mercer nowadays.
Oh,
Maybe
yeah.
Remy will do it. You ain't going to get it out of the tag champs either. They ain't going to be going out and making open challenges.
Nah. Yeah.
So you might be shooting pretty high right there with our current crop.
That's a little high on the scale right now.
Yeah. Well,
but I'd definitely like to see some more title defenses.
Well, to make that happen, what needs to happen, we need to get the belts off these fools.
Right.
Who do we decide is going to take the belt off Zeke? Who's going to do it?
I'd like to see Remy do it, in all honesty.
Okay.
I'd like to see Remy be a VC dub and an RS dub.
No doubt.
Champion.
That'd be awesome.
Pretty cool for him.
Now, I know you like Billy Knox. Do you want to see Remy keep it for a while and shine for a while, or do you want Billy Knox to get him at the next show and be next RSW champion?
I'd like to see him and Billy Knox go at it, honestly. I feel like that would be an absolute banger.
Oh, my. Yeah. Needs to happen.
That would be a banger.
Speaking of which, go ahead.
Or Brother Duzan and Remy. That's honestly kind of one of my dream matches.
That's so funny because I was going to say, speaking of which, who's your dream match for Duzan? So besides Remy, who would you like to see Duzan fight?
Oh, I'd like to see him. I'd like to see him go for Zeke. Maybe, if we're lucky, and this is just a hypothetical, I'd like to see Brother Duzan kind of induct DD Vice into the murder the same way that Billy Knox inducted Brother Duzan.
Oh, I like
That'd be kind of cool. But I mean, I know that's Billy's area of expertise.
I got you, but still, you can use one of your brother to initiate another brother into things. That's not
Right.
far-fetched by any means. That's,
Oh yeah,
yeah. Have you seen the puppet video?
I have.
What the,
Hey, what the fuck is that?
you
Spooky
tell
Lou?
me. What do you think it is?
I don't know. That kind of caught me off guard, really.
Did
I was like, because I mean, I'm not a fan of puppets, but I was like, what the fuck?
It's creepy. The song, "There Ain't No Strings on Me," and
Yeah,
what
a
the,
little bit.
have you seen the video after that?
I have not. I
Okay.
have to check that one out.
There's been another one already, so I have no clue what the hell's going on in RSW right now.
Oh
That
boy.
I try to tell them I know what's going on, and they tell me I'm crazy. I'm going to keep to myself, but I think I've cracked the case. And I've documented I've cracked the case. That way, when the case is cracked, I can say, yo, I did say it
I
on
did it first.
Yep, I fucking knew it, you fuckers. So,
I'll be waiting on that one.
time will tell. Time will tell. There's some very interesting things down the road. Like I say, good time to have you aboard. It's a good time to be a fan.
Oh, I'm glad to be here. I think the murder crew's only going to get bigger from here.
No
'Cause
doubt,
right
like,
now, we're
y'all
pretty
show
dedicated.
up. What was you saying?
We're pretty dedicated right now.
Well,
We were actually heading up to that one show, y'all's most recent show with Premiere,
uh-huh.
and we got to about Sutton, and one of our guys blew the motor up in his truck on the way down.
Really?
Yeah, Taylor, the guy that was on Corey's end, he slung a rod in his truck on the way down there.
So you guys were going to try to make that trip to watch the West Virginia Indie Company.
Yep, we were making the trip.
I've been
All the way
telling
from
y'all.
Grafton.
I've been telling y'all something special is going on over here. You hear that? That would have been how many hours would that have been for you?
2.5, almost 3.
Yeah, that's what it took us to get there. So yeah, well,
Right. Well, I mean, me and you are probably from about the same area. I'm from over in Fairmont.
well, yeah, I'm up in Monongah, so yeah,
Yeah.
okay, yeah, same.
Right around the
Well,
same area.
there you have it. There you know. Well, okay. Well, we'll keep you posted whenever we're close again, and we're definitely getting you to a show sooner than later. There's plenty to look forward to. We're trying to. Where would you like to see him run in Fairmont again? If not the college, where could we go?
Honestly, you might be able to get down there at Palatine.
Yeah, yeah.
That could be a possibility.
Who knows? I ain't in charge of all that stuff.
Right. I mean, I mean, I feel like that'd be a big draw for the park.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. Oh yeah. Like I say, we haven't heard much from your brother in the corner. Who's he liking in RSW at the moment?
Come on. What you thinking?
I mean, I've been to 4 shows now,
Yeah,
Okay.
roughly. I mean, just like my brother, he's a big murder fan. Same here.
Mm-hmm.
Like my brother Duzan. I mean, it's all surreal.
No doubt, no doubt to see something that good right there in your hometown. You know, it's.
Yeah.
Is there anything you guys disagree on? Like, I like this guy, no, I don't like this guy, or something to that effect.
Well, just like him, I liked Zeke up until Krampus Mania, and then he joined the Unappreciated, and I didn't. What's that one dude's name?
He got into it with Bake at the Fairmont State Show.
Oh yeah, tell me more, please.
Well, when he came out, it was. I mean, he was fighting. Who was he fighting?
He was with Trevor Gage.
He was fighting Trevor Gage,
and then they were against Vance Desmond. That was a single comp.
Yeah, and I mean, I started getting into it with Bake down on like the side of the ring, and then it just kind of took off from there, and me and him have been going at it ever since. Like,
oh yeah,
any show I'm at, I'm always on their ass. Like,
good.
Stay
on their ass too.
Yeah, it all started over shoes.
What was said?
Well, I told him he was wearing a pair of Air Forces, and I told him his forces were beat. And then he turns around and tells me his shoes cost more than my house, but the shoes I was wearing at the time cost 2 times as much as what he was wearing. Right back there's my shoe wall, if you can see it.
Okay, you take your shoes seriously.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Little shot at Bake there.
Well, good. The fucker needs it.
Yeah, maybe they'll put him in a little bit.
That shithead.
I hope he sees it.
Good. He will. I'll make sure I'll clip it and send it to him. Like, you want to talk shoes, Bake?
There's a message to Bake.
That's what a shoe collection should look like.
I will give him. He's got some crazy T-shirt and hat game, so we won't mess with him too much.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I'll give him props for that one.
I do like his style. It's just you don't come after me about my shoes. That's one thing I take pride in.
Right. So you were at Krampus Mania as well?
Yeah. We were all out there.
Okay, so you're into the match. Everybody's ready for this gauntlet match. What was it like when that 3 count was count on Brother Duzan? Just tell me the emotions you experienced there.
Pure shock.
Yeah.
I was so I was pissed. I didn't know what to do. My heart dropped. And I mean,
yeah, that was a rough one.
It was
rough
just
pill to swallow.
it was just rough to see it. I'm pretty sure I stood up and turned around and just looked away from it. I did not want to stay there. And then I ended up missing Billy. I turned around and I missed Billy go crazy about it.
Oh, you missed the chair throwing?
Oh yeah, I missed all that because I turned around. I wasn't looking.
So at that point, do you even care who wins the tag titles, or was you pulling for brotherly love? Or
I was pulling for brotherly love because I mean they may have had to pin the murder, but the unappreciated
better than
yeah. It was just an unfair advantage toward the unappreciated, and
because they came
in right out halfway through the match, and you've got the murder. They're Duzan and Billy. Their war, brotherly love's wore out. Everybody's tired.
Uh-huh.
Then you got unappreciated come in fresh. They just come in and take over because they haven't done anything. They haven't been beat on.
It took them, you're exactly right. And I don't know if you saw the video, but then they bribed James Simpson, give him money right there in front of God and everybody.
Yeah, no shit. I thought they had a little bit of integrity, but that went right out the window as soon as Bake slid in that money.
Oh, yeah, for sure. And I don't know if you guys saw James Simpson has been fired because of it.
I saw that one, and I was like, good. Taking bribes. Shitty person.
Yeah.
Compromising your job for a little bit of extra cash.
That's what was doing.
Well, he's gone. We're cleaning up RSW, getting rid of the trash. There's a good point. If we gotta let somebody go, we gotta get rid of some trash in RSW. Who we firing?
I think Zeke. Because
firing the champ
like that, get him out of here.
Do you agree?
If he'll turn on somebody like Remy,
just get rid of him.
Yeah. Who else he gonna screw over? Who's he gonna turn on?
Yeah. Okay. Could make it a better place.
Right. A couple months down the road, he's liable to turn on the unappreciated. He's liable to.
Or the unappreciated could turn on him.
That's a very true possibility.
Yeah, that's a good point.
Did you see the puppet video? Do you have any opinions on these puppets?
Yeah, I haven't seen barely any of the videos, if I'm being 100% honest.
Well, that's fine. The live experience is where it's at.
Oh yeah,
totally. I try to follow as best I can.
Well, and like I say, this year you got weekly TV, you got the random promos on the Facebook pages, you got the podcast, and there's some things in the works that as far as old footage we have, stuff you guys haven't seen. I'll go ahead and tell you right now, I'm working on the history of the Tag Team Championship in 2022. So you got matches with the good guys. Zach and Frat Daddy used to be the tag team champions. So you'll have them in Saturday Night Special, and you'll get to see all the tag team title matches in 2022 and shit like that. So
Right. I feel bad. I forgot about Frat Daddy.
tell me about Frat Daddy. What do you think about Frat Daddy?
I'm a pretty big Frat Daddy guy.
Yeah.
He's wild. I love to go watch him. Like, I love watching him. He's funny, but
Yeah, he's
he can
funny.
also kick some ass if need be.
Yep.
He's just another one of them goofballs that everybody loves, but he can do whatever he wants whenever he wants.
Yeah. Yeah, and the dude can go, and like you said, and he's entertaining as hell. Just Frat Daddy. Is there anybody else that comes to mind? We had mentioned Gannon Green earlier. What do you think about Gannon Green?
I like Gannon. He's entertaining to watch.
A character.
I like when he gets worked up.
This is bullshit.
Bullshit.
Wait till you see him in that battle royal. He's in the battle royal tomorrow. I'll tell you. Both him and Paulie's in the battle royal tomorrow. So.
Oh, that's gonna be a good one. I can't wait for that.
Oh yeah, we got Bro Hemoth in the battle royal. Jeremy Covert. Have you seen much of this Jeremy Covert?
I haven't seen a whole lot of him.
He was in the 4-way at Fairmont State.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. I was thinking he was in there, but other than that, I don't think I've seen a whole lot of him.
Okay, just a heads up. That's one to keep your eye on. That dude's really come into his own lately. So
I'd like to see some more of him.
yeah, well, you will, because that's
Got the Spooky Lou stamp of approval. I'd like to see a little bit more of him.
he gets the Spooky Lou stamp of approval. Have you seen Jason Hendricks in any of the videos?
I've seen a little bit of Jason Hendricks too.
He's good. He's an up and comer for sure.
Oh yeah.
Like I say, you're gonna see some new faces. Have you seen Cowpoke Paul in action live?
I have.
Yeah.
I haven't seen him live. I've seen a couple clips from the first New Ken show. I stayed up real late. I was watching those as soon as you was getting them up.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I couldn't make it out to that one because I had work the day before, the day of.
Hell
But
yeah.
I stayed up late that night and I was watching them as soon as you was getting them out.
That makes it. That's what it's all about. That makes it worth it more than you know. That's why I stay up. I think I stayed up till like 6 in the morning that night, uploading match by match.
It was a late one. I can tell you that one.
But I know that the fans enjoy it, so hook y'all up. And also, I think more people need to see this awesome talent. There's a lot of super talented dudes in RSW.
I agree. They show out. They put on a hell of a show. Like I tell anybody, like when I try to get people to go, I'm like, dude, if you don't go, you're missing out. It is a hell of a show.
Yeah, and it's just going to keep getting better because these.
Oh, I have no doubt in my mind.
Because if I was them right now, I'd be getting full of myself. Like the reviews are in, the crowds are showing up, the crowds are hot, they're liking what they're seeing. It's hard not to get a chip on your shoulder, the good chip, if you will, and really go out. So just wait till you see what happens this year.
I think it's gonna be a good year for RSW. I really do.
Oh, I know it. I promise you. Just wait and see. I've almost kept you guys for an hour. Is there any final thoughts? Any final pleas to RSW management? The floor is yours. You guys have done more than your fair share at shows. We appreciate the shit out of your support. Any final words for RSW or even fellow fans?
Well, I would just like to say, thank you to you for having us on here, giving us a fan's perspective type deal.
For sure.
That's a hell of an idea.
I felt it was very necessary, not only because I really appreciate what you guys do. Like I say, I see myself in you whenever I would go out and have fun at shows. So I thought it was very necessary, especially to have it as an early episode, because this year, this podcast is going to be crazy. So you guys are one of the first ones to really, I wanted your perspective.
And I appreciate that. And then I'd like to just give a huge shout out to the RSW locker room. Like, you guys put yourselves on the line out there for our entertainment. Like, you put on banger after banger. and it never fails to impress.
No doubt.
Like, thank you guys for that one.
Oh yeah.
For sure. You have anything you'd like to say? Like I say, good, bad, or ugly. It's about y'all right now.
Anytime we show up, I've always liked the crowd interaction. Like at the first one I went to, which was the Fairmont State one, there weren't many people up and yelling and stuff until we started going. Then everybody just kind of joined in, and anytime we're there now, it just always seems to be a show. Especially
Exactly.
there's a lot of interaction, and I'm happy that the wrestlers they get into it.
That's 100%. What it's all about. That's the magic of pro wrestling. That's the only sports, entertainment, whatever, that interaction's there like that. You guys get it. The RSW crew gets it. And then you have shows like Krampus Mania. That's just fun. And like you said, you hit the nail on the head. You guys start it, and these other people in the crowd, they're like, well, shit, they're having fun. I want to have fun. That's what it's all about. 3 hours. You ain't worrying about if your girl's cheating on you, whatever. You got a train coming at your house?
Yeah, right by the train tracks. Gotta love it.
Oh my goodness, you're good. But I thank you guys. It's been awesome to have your insight. So I'll have you on in the future. Shit, we'll have to get you on some of these post-show panels after a show. Get you on here and talk about the show and stuff.
Definitely.
For sure.
I'm all for it.
I am too.
Feel like doing. You're the boss, man.
Hell yeah. To my listeners, you see it right here. These guys are having fun. And be wrestling fans like these wrestling fans. Enjoy your shit. Be happy. Have fun. You don't have to critique every little thing. Go have fun. Enjoy. And if you're in the area, come enjoy it with us. Come enjoy it with these guys. I'm sure they'd love to have you. I'd love to see you. Come out and see an RSW show. It's been WrestleRoni. I love you. Treat each other well. Be kind. And we'll see you next time.